What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Talk. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, joined tonight by the man, Pataskivazina Fontos. How are we doing, Paro?
I'm good, man. How about you?
Can't complain. I do want to talk about Gio Urshela tonight and kind of the possibility of him playing some sort of time at shortstop this season. However, before we do that, everyone be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. You guys know the drill by now. Share with a friend, too, honestly. That's the first time I'm saying that. Share with a friend. I'm looking to maybe get like 2,000 subs by opening day. Maybe we could get there. We'll see. But shout out to all you who've supported thus far. We're going to keep making more content moving forward. But the topic tonight is Gio Urshela. He made his spring training debut yesterday. Listen, I mean, he said he felt 100% in a Zoom call after the game. He said, obviously, I have more time to get my elbow ready. I feel like I'm 100% now and just trying to get that timing back. Now, before we kind of break down like the expectations we have for Gio Urshela going into this year, I do want to address this one comment that was brought up. And he was kind of asked how he feels about playing shortstop if he needs to. And he said, I could play shortstop with shifting a lot. I feel comfortable there. I can play there. So I think that this is a very key element going into the season. If the Yankees trust Gio Urshela at shortstop, and clearly he's capable of doing it. I know he hasn't played at the major league level, but he's kind of played shortstop as recently as I think he played a couple games in 2018 when he was with Scranton. So there's that. And there's also the sense of the shift happens a lot, so he's essentially a shortstop on that side of the ball. So I think the key element as far as Gio Urshela possibly playing shortstop involves Jay Bruce and Derek Dietrich. So both of them are off to awesome starts to spring training so far, and the Yankees only have 4 bench spots. Kyle Higashioka, Brett Gardner, that's 2 of them right there. Tyler Wade probably is like a temporary lock for that third one, only because he plays shortstop, and he would be the only backup shortstop. So going back to Gio Urshela, if he can be the Yankees' backup shortstop in a pinch, that could allow Jay Bruce and Derek Dietrich to both make the team.
And if you really think about that, say if they want to give Torres a day off, look at this lineup you can do in the infield. You could have DJ at third. You could have Gio at shortstop. You can have Dietrich at second and Voit at first. And then Bruce can be your either left fielder that day or your DH. There's nothing wrong with that. There's so many, like Tyler Wade, I have nothing against the guy. Like, he's full of energy. He gets along with the guys. But Dietrich, he showed you what he could do. Like, he hit a little bit of a slump with the Cincinnati Reds, and then he got released. But I feel like Dietrich is not Nick Swisher type level, but I feel like he can bring the swag and the energy within the team, and he'll be perfect in that Yankees lineup. So if Gio can play shortstop, I'm totally down. You see what kind of third baseman he is defensively.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind to move him over.
I think the thing is, it's not like he would be playing significant time at shortstop.
No,
as long as the team is healthy, he probably would barely see any time there. So I think the only situation where we would see him at shortstop is if Gleyber got injured. But knock on wood, that's not happening. And also, in that case, they would probably just call up Tyler Wade, and the Yankees would have a roster spot to fill. So I don't think it's that serious. But I think based on what we've seen from Dietrich and Bruce so far, like both of these guys' bats deserve to be on the roster in some capacity. It's like Tyler Wade, like we said, we have nothing against the dude. He's fast, he's good at fielding, and he plays shortstop. But he's not good with a bat at all. If you had the option to take Dietrich and Bruce over Tyler Wade, I think I'd do that any day, because the Yankees don't want to have to make a tough decision and cut either Bruce or Dietrich, because I think those are 2 guys where they could easily like play on at the major league level for a different team. They're not going to accept a AAA assignment. So I think the Yankees have a really big decision to make, and Gio playing shortstop can honestly help that moving forward.
And also, if you move forward, you really know what Jay Bruce's position is with this team once we reach March 25th, because he did come out in an interview and he said, I have the option of opting out of my contract by March 25th. If March 25th rolls around and Jay Bruce doesn't opt out, that means he has a good feeling he's going to make the team. And they basically told him, you're going to probably be our 4th guy making this lineup.
Yeah. And also, I mean, my thing is looking at Tyler Wade, right? I think there's not necessarily a need for him on the bench right now as like the pinch runner kind of guy, because you have Brett Gardner on the bench too now. So it's like Brett Gardner's not the starting left fielder as he was last year, so the Yankees didn't really have any speed on the bench. Brett Gardner's still pretty fast. I think he's like 36, 37. But I think he could kind of fill that role that Wade would empty if he was sent down to AAA. However, listen, I think going into 2021, expectations are fairly high for Gio Urshela. I know going into 2020, a lot of people weren't high on him whatsoever. They thought 2019 was a fluke when he just performed so well. But 2021, I mean, in 2020, I'll break down his stats really quickly. He missed a little bit of time with the elbow injury, but he
Yep.
played 43 games, hit 6 home runs, 30 RBIs, batted 298 with a 368 on base and a 490 slugging. Listen, it's obviously not as good as his 2019 when he had 21 home runs, 74 RBIs, batted 314. But like I think 2020 was like the type of production we could expect to get out of Gio Urshela on a regular basis. I think he's probably going to be a guy, an above average defender, right? And then I could definitely see him batting between like 280 and 300 and giving us like 20 home runs. And like at the third base position, that's exactly what you need. And if he could also give you some time at shortstop too, like bro,
Yeah, why not? Because realistically, in our lineup, he's our 7-8 hitter. So honestly, as much as I like Torres, I like the combination where you start off DJ as the leadoff hitter and have Torres bat ninth. Because knowing when you go into a deep situation, say if you're down 1 or 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th or ninth, those are your 2 guys that you can get you on base and then get you those runs. So Gio Urshela, honestly, my prediction this year for him is he's going to bat 295, 25 home runs, and 80 RBIs. Those are my stats for him this year.
but bro,
And that's
like
what you would
think about
expect
it.
him.
That's like your 7th hitter. And he's
Yeah.
still giving you like a 300 average with 25 home runs. Like that just shows the depth of the Yankees lineup. However, I mean, like going back to like the whole Gio at shortstop thing and how that could kind of like change the dynamic of the season. If the Yankees are actually serious about this, because clearly Gio seems like he's serious. I don't know if this is just a case of a guy being like, yes, I'll play wherever the team needs me to. But I think the Yankees should definitely give him a shot this spring, like
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
actually play at shortstop. I don't think what is there to lose in that situation? He's already an above average defender at third, so it's not like he has to improve there. So, I mean, give him some reps at shortstop. It couldn't hurt to have another guy on the team be your shortstop. Because right now, like looking at the Yankees shortstop depth, it's kind of crazy to think that outside of Gleyber Torres, the next guy up is Tyler Wade. And then after that, maybe like Thairo Estrada. But like, I would say give Gio some reps at shortstop this spring.
Honestly, with Tyro Estrada, who is he with this team? He's gotten his chances and he hasn't lived up to the hype. So
Yeah.
give
I
the
mean, he
Giro
was
the
good in
shot.
2019. He was solid in 2019, but
Yeah,
2020, he struggled a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think the bottom line here is, listen, Brian Cashman, if you're watching this, just give Gio some reps at shortstop this spring training. There's nothing to lose. Best case scenario, Gio becomes like the backup shortstop in a pinch. Then everyone just shifts over, and you're able to add Dietrich and Bruce to the bench. Let Tyler Wade chill in AAA. Call him up midseason if you need him to. But that is going to wrap things up for us today. Appreciate you all for sticking by. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you know when we go live every night at 9 p.m. and also daily uploads every day at 12 p.m. as well. Listen, we appreciate you all. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of spring training, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.